Everybody got a top 10 rapper list. This ain't that, and that ain't this. I'm talking lyricists, the MCs that made other MCs pay attention. Different styles, different weapons, same result. When the bars came out, you knew we was listening loud and clear, and we knew they had something special. GMB presents, baby, top 10 lyricists of the 90s. Let's get it.
You locked into GMBTV in the ranking room. I'm Chad. That's BA. Top 10 90s lyricists of all time. Pure technical ability is all we're talking about. Round 5, BA. Who's on deck?
You know, I got to start with the smoothest lyricist on my list. You know what I'm saying? None other than Yasim Big,
Yes.
the mighty, mighty Mos Def. Mos never sounded like he was trying to be lyrical. That's what I love about him. He packed a lot of social commentary, some poetry, little wordplay into a same verse and made it sound like a conversation. Mos Def did not write bars. He wrote thought. To me, Mos Def is proof that the hardest thing in rap isn't sounding complex. It's making complex sound effort. That's Mos for me, bro. What you got?
Ooh, love Mos Def. Round 5, I'm going aggressive. I'm going with Tretch. To me, Tretch is the most physically aggressive technical rapper of the 90s. Not just fast, he delivered it with weight, BA. Uptown Anthem has him stacking internal rhymes 3 and 4 deep inside a single bar.
That's my joy too. I love that.
And he kept his pockets completely locked. But his real power move to me was that when I thought he was going to speed up, he slowed down. That's a skill that I don't think a lot of rappers learn. I think some rappers never learn how to do that the right way. Tretch had a rhyme density that was up there with Big L. Even OPP. This is the reason that he doesn't get put on these lists a lot. It's because they made party songs. They made anthems. So people didn't take them seriously. But if you listen to his verse on OPP, the things that he's doing lyrically inside a party track, y'all kiss my ass. That man's got skills. I'm going with Tretch for number 5. Hey, round 4, who you got, BA?
So, traditional sense, we think great rhyme spitters, we think lyricists, right? You probably wouldn't typically think about this dude. But if you don't, it's because you're just lazy. Like, I'm going with none other than Speed Knots on the tongue twister. Because here's where things get muddled for me. People think that Twister's just all speed. And then they have nerve to think speed's not a skill. Well, you try to rap fast, see if you can breathe and make the words make sense.
Without passing out.
But the skill wasn't that he could spit fast. It was maintaining clarity and the structure in his rhyme pattern. That was the skill. Most fast rappers sacrifice something. Twister never did and never has. And if you do not believe me, we all remember Tongue Twister because none of y'all took him serious when he was tongue twisting. But when he dropped the tone and he got with Do or Die and they did Po Pimpin', the original Po Pimpin'. Go listen to the verse. Just go listen to the verse. Tell me if you miss anything. Tell me if the fact that he could stuff 32s in the 8 and you missed anything. That's the thing about Twister, man. He wasn't just rapping fast. This man executes at an elite level of lyricism, and he just does it faster than everybody else. That's what makes him better. There's always going to be fast rappers that compare themselves or try to compare themselves to Twister. There's some good ones that can go, but there's only one him. In his word, the peanut butter complex with some pretty eyes. You know what I'm saying? There's only one Twister, man. That's who I got for 4. Who you got for 4, man?
Pharaoh Monch. Pharaoh is the most technically complex rapper I got on my list. Full stop. The dude rhymes across bars using his multi and chains that don't resolve for 4 more bars. Like he sets up a sound in bar 1 and it pays off 3 bars later. You didn't even realize what he was building towards until you got there. That's composition. That's not just rapping. That is musical composition. Simon Says, Queens, Behind Closed Doors. This is the rapper that battle rappers study and don't tell anybody they're studying, BA. Pharaoh Monch's rhyme schemes don't resolve in the same bar they start. Some of his setups resolve in a different zip code.
I like that. I like that.
It's somewhere else. Put his flow on a graph and it'll look like a circuit board. It'll look like that meme of Charlie Day trying to figure out Pepe Sylvia. He did things that kind of amazed me as an artist that he could do lyrically. And he never got his due, but he is probably your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. He is probably well respected by your favorite rappers out there. So that's who I got number 4 for one of the best lyricists in the 90s, Mr. Pharaoh Monch. Who you got for round 3?
I like going these different directions.
Go
Talk my
on.
shit. Here's why I like to talk my shit. This man, when you talk about great lyricists, his name has always come up. But I think it comes up for a reason that we don't really pay attention to. Metaphorically, he is a genius, and we have heard it, with such bars like standing on 2 broke legs, tripping on MC's cliches. We have heard it, but none other than the METHOD man. I got Method Man. And I think he slept on because to me, what makes Method Man an elite MC has nothing to do with his technical ability at all. Nothing. I mean, I think metaphorically he's a genius, but it's not that. It's simply the voice, the flow, the flow. His delivery makes him elite, period. His cadence is ridiculous. His control is ridiculous. Meth finds pockets inside a pocket. You ever looked at a pair of jeans and always wondered what that extra little pocket was inside the pocket? That's Method Man's flow. He finds pockets inside of pockets. He's able to do things that people just don't do with the greatest of ease. He shows you that to be a lyricist is just about the pen. So for me, 3rd round, simply METHOD, man.
Yo, round 3, y'all know that I am way too close to Atlanta to get through top 5 lyricists in the 1990s without saying Andre 3000. We talk about Andre a lot on this show, so I'm not going to rehash that same stuff. The one thing that put Andre on this list for me is unpredictability, because I don't think people understand how hard that is. I don't think people know that people who know the craft, who know how to put bars together, they hear this shit coming. Like your metaphors, your punchlines, they hear it coming by your setups. To be able to be unpredictable takes a level of skill that I don't think people appreciate. Because
I give you that.
Because Andre would go through, he would slide between pockets mid-flow and wouldn't lose a beat, and he wouldn't lose his audience. And if he couldn't find a good flow, he would invent one. He would invent a new pocket, and nobody on my list could really do something like that. They could be that creative to just invent a new pocket when you can't find one that works, invent it, and then let everybody else pick it up. He was accessible in that he could change flows 3 times in one verse and every single one of them slap. That is not a rapper. That is a problem. That's why Andre 3000 is number 3 on my lyricist list. BA, round 2.
I'm on some extra stuff. I'm not trying to come with the standard names. I'm not trying to come with the people we all know. I'm going to the West, right?
Come on.
Via Pittsburgh. I'm going to Cali, baby. If this is 1992, 93, you need somebody to jump in a cipher and just destroy somebody, just take their head off. I'm taking none other than the Kingpin Corrupt. Right?
Okay.
I'm taking none other than Corrupt. In his height of the dog pound, DPG, death row era, Corrupt's pen, to say was elite, was an understatement.
Mm.
Corrupt was doing things that no one on the label was able to do. And I mean no one, not Snoop, not Pac. There was no rapper doing what Corrupt was doing. Just for all intent and purpose, Corrupt brought battle rap bar mentality to every verse. This dude was trying to get at it on the main stage every time he showed up. He combined an East Coast rhyme scheme with a West Coast flow. And that's why I was like via Pittsburgh, because I believe, and don't quote me, but I think I'm close. It's somewhere in Pennsylvania anyway. I believe he originated there and then gravitated out to the West Coast. This dude didn't miss. He didn't miss on a feature. He didn't miss on a verse on his own album with Corruption. He didn't miss on the Dog Pound projects. He didn't miss. This dude came through to compete all day, every day, and he shined the brightest when the lights was on. Corrupt rapped every verse like somebody questioned if he could rap, and he answered it every time. So for me, round two, none other than the Kingpin, baby. How about you?
Man, round two, you went with smoothness earlier. I'm going with smoothness myself. Smoothness is the name of AZ's best technique. I think people thought that because of how easy it was for AZ that he wasn't that good of a rapper. To me, AZ is one of the best rappers ever using multisyllabics, because his transition from multi to multi was some of the smoothest shit I ever heard.
Okay.
I mean, being able to compress his syllables like that, those rhyme schemes fit into such tight spaces. He never sounded forced. He never sounded rushed. He didn't clip anything. He just didn't waste any movement. Like those athletes that every move they make is towards the goal. That's exactly how his rapping was. And we cannot forget that when he showed up, it was on the greatest album of all time. And he fucking held his own with Nasir Jones.
I still argue his verse was the best on Life.
We
argue with your mama. Y'all know me. Argue with your mama. I'm just saying.
And now to the final one, round one. BA, who you got as your last greatest lyricist of the 90s?
I believe to be a great lyricist, you got to have something that everybody else who's a rhyme spitter doesn't really have or can't do like you do. So my last person he is definitely the most unique person on this list. Now understand, on this list, I've also had a twister, right? So it's not about speed here. This dude's vocabulary was crazy. His word association was crazy. And you had no idea where the bar was going next, like at all. To sum it up, I believe one of the greatest rap songs in the 1990s was this dude's debut song. The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that. I get in ya. Keith Murray. Keith Murray's greatest gift wasn't complexity. It was originality. Nobody sounded like Keith Murray before Keith Murray, and everybody who tried to be Keith Murray after Keith Murray could not Keith Murray. I'll end it life Keith. From infinity to eternity, I internally get in you.
Round one, I'm going with the purest technical rapper on, I'm going to say on either one of these lists, where every line he spit felt like a flex. Just so precise with the punchlines. I'm going back to Harlem. I'm going with Big L. Like you said earlier, that great rappers have to be good at something that nobody else can do. What if you're just good at everything? You are elite at everything that rap asked you to do, and Big L was. He could handle the storytelling. He could handle the hard bars. He had the metaphors. He definitely had the lyrical complexity because his 7-minute freestyle with Jay-Z was absolutely insane. Insane. But he always felt like he was showing off on a track, but it never felt like he was working hard to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
It just felt like, here, let me just bust your ears open with 16 bars on a freestyle, and then I'll leave the studio and I'll see y'all later.
And walk off.
Right. Just the bat flip and walk off. But I will leave you, since you left with a bar, I will leave with a big L bar, because this tells exactly why I put him on this list. Actually, that's a double entendre. He said, I'm so far ahead of my time, my parents ain't even met yet. Thank you. The defense rests.
And thank you.
The defense rests. All right, that's it for us, y'all. Thank y'all. Drop down in there. Tell us where we got wrong. Tell us who we had on our list that you didn't have on yours, and who you got on yours that we didn't have on there. Like, subscribe, do all that good shit. Thank y'all for tuning in to GMBTV. I'm Chad. That man is the OG Big Absolute, and we out.